Johns County man sues Universal, claims he was stuck on Harry Potter ride for over an hour. A St. Johns County man is suing Universal Orlando Resort, claiming he was left stuck midair for over an hour on the Harry Potter-themed ride. According to the lawsuit, Causey says he was riding the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey on July 2nd, 2023, when the attraction came to an abrupt stop, leaving him tilted backward and to the right in midair for nearly 60 minutes.
Oh, that would blow.
The lawsuit suggests a power outage caused the issue and accuses Universal of failing to maintain proper backup generators and of allowing guests to board a ride with known defects. Causey claims the experience left bodily injury, emotional distress, and worsened a pre-existing condition, citing pain, loss of income, and medical expenses among the damages. He's seeking $50,000 in compensation. Universal has declined a comment, citing pending litigation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, getting stuck on a ride is not fun.
It's not fun.
No.
It's not fun. I mean, then it sounds like it was in an awkward position, and it's just not fun. But wow, it's one way to get your money back from Universal. He's probably spent that in that weekend. So
that's just barely going to cover the bills.
Yeah. It covers the weekend. That's it.
Have you ever gotten stuck on a ride in an unfortunate way?
At the fairgrounds, I have. I never at any of the major parks. I don't think so. And I think we got stuck on one of the gondolas at Cedar Point for a little bit. It just kind of stopped and locked down.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're sitting in you're in a comfortable position, so it wasn't bad, And I don't think it was too long. I think it was like 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
So we just barely convinced my little kids to try Haunted Mansion.
Uh-huh.
And they liked it, but they were still, they were kind of spooked at a couple of parts.
Mm-hmm.
And we definitely got stuck. I mean, it's air conditioned, you're in the shade, like, yay. But we got stuck in Haunted Mansion for so long in the cemetery, right where there's only a couple of actually scary looking things in all of Haunted Mansion. And we were stuck right next to one of those like melting head skull things that pop up just at random intervals. And everything was dead except for that freaking skull. And it kept popping up. And my kids were freaking out. They were so upset. So they're like buried underneath my shirt and my arms, and I'm saving them from the skull. And meanwhile, I'm like, okay, AC, not so bad.
Yeah.
But the kids were traumatized. We didn't go back on Haunted Mansion for a little while.
I think it was Haunted Mansion that, and you talk about that. I think it was Haunted Mansion that they actually had to unload the ride one time when I was like in high school, like a grad night or something like that. And I remember walking through the little thing, which I thought was cooler than the ride.
That's really cool, though.
Cooler than the ride itself.
Yeah.
But I think that happened at my grad night. Now that I think, I had a couple sips.
What?
Yeah, it was the land. It was the land. So, but I mean, we actually got to walk through, and it was like, this is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
So
I would have enjoyed that. My kids would have been horrified.
It would have been awful. It would have been awful. But all of us were in high school, so it was like no little kids. But I remember, like, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was one of those rides that you sat down in and your chair spun around, and they came to each individual one and kind of unlocked it and let you out and said, okay, we need you to walk in this direction. Yeah. And then they shut it down for the rest of the night.
Can you ride it now without seeing like the hidden paths?
No, I can tell you, I don't remember it enough to, Yeah. It was over 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I once was on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which was converted to the Pooh Ride. So at this point it was the Pooh Ride, but we had to get walked off of the Pooh Ride once.
Yeah.
I don't know what the problem with the Pooh Ride was, but we had to walk off of it. My kids had waited in that stinking line for 45 minutes.
Nothing like a bad poo.
We just got right through the door, and we were just about into the real ride. And we had to walk off, and they were not happy. That cost me ice cream money.
That would do it. And a tip.
How do you want to check the comments?